Hi. So, first off, you're not depressed, you're overstimulated. Now, there's a reason that all my videos are like this, right? There's a reason that I make my videos so. Sorry, my sister was doing something. There's a reason that I make my videos so short, so low stimulation, so low dopamine, so there's no cuts, there's no skipping around, there's no changing camera angles. It's literally just right here, right me. And there's a reason. So that reason is that I attract the right kind of viewer. Now, most people that are watching this, if you're watching to the end, you have good attention span and you don't need to be stimulated to live life, right? Now, there's a select few that are watching this, and it's actually the majority of the world that actually need stimulation constantly and are constantly looking for stimulation. Why? Self-control issues, right? But we can work on this. And that's what this video is all about. Is about how to stop going for short-term stimulation and quick gratification, like instant gratification, and going for long-term gratification instead. Now, I want you to use this following tactic on a daily basis and think about it so that you use your energy wisely. Now, your brain only has so much daily energy, so spend it on the right things. Basically, what this statement means, and actually, I want you to write this down. Go get a journal like I'm using and go and write it down, okay? Write down that statement. Your brain only has so much daily energy. Spend it on the right things. Now, basically, this idea is let's say if you start the day with 100 brain points, right? I call it brain points. Now, getting ready in the morning, bang, that's five brain points. It took a little bit of energy to remember what to do to get ready, all this stuff, right? You're packing your lunch for the day, you're filling up your water bottle for the day, you're getting ready for a day of work. Now, an hour of work, bang, there goes 10 brain points. You're at school, the entire school day is 50 brain points. Now, the difference between you and me is that I spend my brain points after all these things that I cannot change. I cannot change that I'm at school, right? I simply can't. I have to be at school and it's important. So I'm at school, but I still finish the school day with a couple brain points left, 30 brain points. What do? I read, I journal, I gratitude journal, more importantly. I do all these things. I make videos for you, but it's also trying to grow my business, right? I do all these things because it's actually the more important things. So make sure you spend your brain points daily on the right things. Now, what happens if you overspend brain energy? And this is like one of the most important things, right? So basically, your brain goes into a deficit. So you know how if you're trying to lose weight, you want to be in a calorie deficit? That's the same thing. So basically, a calorie deficit is when you're losing weight, you eat less than you burn. So let's say you burn 2,000 calories, you only eat 1,500 calories, and then you'll lose weight. Now, it's a bad thing to have a deficit with brain energy. Basically, the next day is spent trying to recuperate this brain energy. So basically, every day that you overspend brain energy, you're going more and more into debt. And if you know anything about, let's say, financial debt, you know that you literally feel like you're drowning. And it's the same with this. If you're doing more work than your body's capable of, you're going to feel it. And eventually, you're going to run out of energy and you're going to hit that wall and you're going to lose all your progress that you had. Now, here's how to get the important things done first. That way, when you want to do things like scrolling, it won't actually use energy because you don't have energy. So this is quite an interesting observation that I've made. And basically, if I start my day, I read, I meditate, I journal, and then I go to school. Basically, by the time I get back, I'm out of brain points, but I can still sit there and scroll and whatever. I don't do that anymore. But I used to be able to, right? Or I'm able to, but I used to do it. So basically, when your brain realizes it's not an important task and it's already out of like energy for the day, it's like it's tired and stuff, it wants to go to bed, it just won't use energy on that task. Except if it's an important task like reading, journaling, something that actually takes brain energy. But scrolling takes no brain energy unless your body has too much brain energy. And that's basically why you want to start every day doing the important things and end every day. Well, you don't want to end every day doing bad things, but you can do the bad things. Now, the next thing is to live as unstimulated as possible. Now, this is so big for mental health. Basically, what you need to understand is your mind is a dopamine junkie. You're always looking for that dopamine hit. Your mind is always looking for what's going to give you the most dopamine. And this is why bad habits are such a big thing these days. Because in caveman times, the caveman had no time to go and indulge in bad things because he had to focus on survival. And that's why instant gratification became the most important thing to his brain, because that instant gratification of eating tonight, of finding a place to stay, all these things, he needed to focus on eating for the night, and we need to focus on 10 years in the future. And that's why modern times are so different to long times ago. And the people that adapt are the people that are going to make it far in life. So basically, you want to understimulate your body. So basically, instead of scrolling social media and doing all these things, find peace, right? Find peace in journaling, in meditating, in exercising, in like spirituality, in religion. Find peace, okay? Because being a stimulation junkie, a gratification junkie, is literally the exact same thing as being on crack. You're living the same way. Maybe not as bad, but the long term effects are going to slowly kill you. Now, the video is over. Hopefully, you made it to the end. If you did, this video brought you one step closer to a happy, peaceful life. Cheers.